Hi guys, it's Melody here. I have a little bit of a different layout to share with you today. This is actually an 8 by 12 size layout. I really like varying up the different layouts in my album. I just think it adds a little bit more interest, and I love this paper so much from Studio Calico that I wanted to figure out a way to use it on two different layouts. So, I figured I'll just cut it apart because I was crazy and didn't buy multiple sheets of it whenever I ordered it from Studio Calico. So I decided to do an 8 by 12-inch layout, which is what this is. I created a little page kit for myself with white, green, and teal in it, and I've got it off to the side where you can't see it, but that's what I'm pulling from. It has a couple different black highlights as well as this kind of peachy pink kind of highlight color. And you're going to see that in the next couple layouts. I believe I use this same kit. I'm not sure, but I'll make sure to clarify that whenever I do those layouts for you. But I wanted to go ahead and include this 8 by 12 layout for you guys to see, just so you can see how it kind of comes together. I really enjoyed it, and I really like the different feel it adds to my album as you flip through it. These pictures are actually, and you see Kaylin's fingers. He wanted to make sure he got them in camera, and it's got his Ninja Turtle band-aid on as well. Um, but we were actually downtown at the farmers market downtown. They do it on Wednesday mornings here in Raleigh, in the summer. I don't know when it actually starts, but I'm sure it'll be sometime in the spring that, late spring maybe, that it starts. But it's just kind of a different mix of farmers and merchants that are not always at the state farmers market, but I mean it's like 5 minutes down the road from the state farmers market, so it's not really that big of a deal, but it's just something different to do sometimes in the summer. And downtown Raleigh is not huge, but it does have some really cool places to kind of just sit and chill. So we're sitting in front of this strawberry sign, um, right beside a vendor, just kind of hanging out beside a fountain, chilling. So the weather was really nice, and I just thought these bright colors of this layout would be really, I mean, of this paper would be a really nice background for this photo. And because it was the farmer's market, I just had a feeling or a desire to use the flowers because it just reminded me of, fresh, being outside, nice and sunny, kind of spring-like. So that was kind of the reasoning behind using that, and they were the colors I really liked too. So I'm gonna use this My Mind's Eye stamp set, and I'm just kind of stamping it on a white piece of paper here to see. And I'm trying a couple different things. I tried this ink dauber. I wanted to see how well it did. I don't really necessarily need a perfect image, but I did want to be able to use the image just for a bit of interest. So I ended up not using the dauber like I was hoping would work, and I'm using this gray ink, and I'm using kind of the big set of flowers. It just is a very slight element added to this page. Is nothing really that adds to the overall design, but I just think it adds a little bit of interest down here around these flowers instead of just having them float. So I kind of stamped around where the flowers will be, so you'll see the gray stamps kind of peeking out. It's just stamped flowers is all it is. And then there was a little one as well that I kind of filled in the gaps with. Kind of arranging these. I'm going to do a couple different things here, and it's not going to work, but I'm going to kind of let you see what I do. So I take a little bit of embroidery floss, and I was going to stitch these flowers on. Well, the flower centers are kind of, well, first of all, I'm going to poke a hole, which probably was dumb, because I stitched through that same hole, and then the flower ends up just having this giant hole in the middle. And then I end up going back anyways and adding brads on top of them, so I really didn't need to stitch it at all. But I was trying something different, just looking to see, and you can tell like it's not really a perfect cross by any means in the middle. Um, so it really didn't work out the way I had in my mind, but it was something I wanted to try. I've been trying to kind of use my tools, especially sewing, because I really enjoy sewing. So I wanted to kind of just take a slight try at something different. I don't really know how to explain that, I guess. So I'm going to go back and add all these little flowers around these two large ones, and I give up on the stitching at this point, and I just use glue dots. And these flowers are from Making Memories, I believe is who they're from. I've had them forever, but they're cute. I love the way they look, but I never really knew how to use them before. So it just happened to match the color scheme that I was going for, and I'm really glad I pulled them out to have with this page set, just to as an additional item I can use, and I love it. I used almost all of them up. Just filling in a little bit with that little gray flower. And then these are some Stampin' Up! Brads. And they had the same colors. They have that kind of corally pink color, the white and the teal, with a little bit of green mixed in as well. So I'm going to use this flare, this small flat back flare that says it's green, it says hello. And then I'm going to use two of the brads that have the same colors to kind of create a little bit of a visual triangle on top of where I added that little bit of washi on the side. At the bottom, I did add 2 layers of ribbon that you saw that has the teal with that little bit of pink on it in polka dots. And then the title of this layout is going to be that Celebrate right there on the right side. It was cut from a 3x4 card. I believe it was in a Me and My Big Ideas card 3x4 card set that Michaels used to sell. My Michaels doesn't sell these anymore. I don't know if they only stopped carrying them locally for me or if that's something that they just don't carry in their stores anymore. If anybody happens to know, let me know, because I thought those were the coolest little sets. I know you can still get them online. I mean, they have them on Blitsy and a couple other places like that all the time. So I'm not really worried about it, but it was kind of nice to be able to go in there when I had nothing else to buy a set of those, because I thought they were pretty versatile and I love how bright their colors were. So here's where I go back and add these brads and I go, oh, well, whatever. I stitched. I didn't need to, but hey, I guess these flowers will be pretty secure on this page. I used a lot of this washi tape to cover up the stuff on the back, but it's a good thing you just don't see the back of these layouts. I wanted to add the gray really, I mean, it matched the layout, but it just seemed so weird looking to me. And I knew that I had kind of messed up on it, so I wanted to cover that up. And the brads match the other brads on the layout already. I wanted to pop up the corners of this Celebrate. If I had had a thinner foam tape, I think it would have worked a little bit better. But these are pretty dimensional foam pieces that I'd put behind there. I'm going back and adding a little tiny piece of this ribbon. Again, this is teal ribbon with little pink polka dots on it, which matches the coral. And I just use my glue runner on it. It sticks really well to this ribbon. And then I secure the back with washi just to make sure that the ribbon doesn't start to unravel or anything like that. It was a pretty simple layout, not a whole lot going on, but I love it. I think it's one of my favorite layouts that I've done in a while. I get sometimes stuck in little ruts where I just don't know what my style is, I guess. Not necessarily that I don't know what my style is, but I guess sometimes I watch too many other videos or too many other layouts and I start thinking, oh, well, that looks better than mine, or oh, I want to try that. And then I get into this weird kind of rut where things just don't feel natural, I guess. And I've kind of got my groove back, thankfully. Wasn't working out so well for me there for a little bit. And it's not like things went bad, but I was just really struggling with it. So now I feel like I'm flowing pretty well again. Taking a look at these Dear Lizzie stickers just to see if there's anything to add. There are a lot of the same colors here in this layout that are carried in this sticker book. So I'll put out a few of these little small stickers that have the same colors and scattered them about around here at the bottom where these flowers were as well. Just kind of pulling out a couple other small stickers to put in around this Celebrate. And it's just a small border sticker. The Celebrate, it's a very small title, but again, we're still celebrating my birthday weekend here, so it's fitting for this story. And I'm going to add the rest of this border sticker down here on the bottom above those ribbons. All right, and there's the completed layout. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Bye.